Spir comes from the Latin words meaning breath and breathe. When we inspire others, that is, give them inspiration, it's as though we're breathing new energy and imagination into them. When you expire, or die, you breathe out your soul in your last breath. A license, membership, credit card, or free offer may also expire, at a time indicated by its expiration date. Spirited, full of energy or courage, very lively or determined. The team put up a spirited defense, but they were doomed from the start. You may see spirited used to describe a conversation, a debate, a horse, or a campaign. And it often shows up in such words as high-spirited, bold and energetic, mean-spirited, spiteful, and public-spirited, generous to a community, all of which reflect the original meaning of spirit, a notion much like soul or personality. Dispiriting, causing a loss of hope or enthusiasm. It was terribly dispiriting for them to lose yet another game, and he had to reassure his daughter that she'd actually done a great job as goalie. Lots of things can be dispiriting: a bad job interview, an awful film, a relationship going sour. Maybe for that reason, dispiriting has lots of synonyms: discouraging, disheartening, demoralizing, depressing, etc. Respirator: 1. A device worn over the nose and mouth to filter out dangerous substances from the air. 2. A device for maintaining artificial respiration. His lungs had been terribly damaged by decades of heavy smoking, and he'd been living on a respirator for the last year. Respiration means simply breathing. We usually come across the word in artificial respiration, the life-saving technique in which you force air into the lungs of someone who's stopped breathing. Respirators can take several different forms. Scuba diving equipment always includes a respirator, though it doesn't actually do the breathing for the diver. Medical respirators, which are used especially for babies and for emergency care and actually take over the job of getting oxygen into the lungs, are today usually called ventilators, so as to distinguish them from simple oxygen systems, which merely provide a steady flow of oxygen into the nostrils, and face masks. Transpire: 1. To happen. 2. To become known. We kept up our questioning, and it soon transpired that the boys had known about the murder all along. Since the prefix trans means through, see trans, transpire's most literal meaning is something like breathe through. Thus, the original meaning of the English word, still used today, is to give off a watery vapor through a surface such as a leaf. From there, it came to mean also the gradual appearance of previously secret information, as if leaking out of the pores of a leaf, as in it transpired that she was not only his employee but also his girlfriend. And soon it was being used to mean simply happen, as in I wondered what had transpired in the cafeteria at lunchtime. Der comes from the Latin word for truth. A verdict in a trial is the truth spoken, see dict. But a just verdict may depend on the veracity, or truthfulness, of the witnesses. Verify: 1. To prove to be true or correct. 2. To check or test the accuracy of. It is the bank teller's job to verify the signature on a check. During talks between the United States and the former Soviet Union on nuclear weapons reduction, one big problem was how to verify that weapons had been eliminated. Since neither side wanted the other to know its secrets, verification of the facts became a difficult issue. Because of the distrust on both sides, many doubted that the real numbers would ever be verifiable. Aver: to state positively as true, declare. The defendant averred that she was nowhere near the scene of the crime on the night in question. Since aver contains the truth root, it basically means confirm as true. You may aver anything that you're sure of. In legal situations, aver means to state positively as a fact. Thus, Perry Mason's clients aver that they are innocent, while the district attorney avers the opposite. If you make such a statement while under oath, and it turns out that you lied, you may have committed the crime of perjury. Verisimilitude: 1. The appearance of being true or probable. 2. The depiction of realism in art or literature. By the beginning of the 20th century, the leading European painters were losing interest in verisimilitude and beginning to experiment with abstraction. From its roots, verisimilitude means basically similarity to the truth. Most fiction writers and filmmakers aim at some kind of verisimilitude to give their stories an air of reality. They need not show something actually true, or even very common, but simply something believable. A mass of good details in a play, novel, painting, or film may add verisimilitude. A spy novel without some verisimilitude won't interest many readers, but a fantastical novel may not even attempt to seem true to life.